enjoying. I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Nick Stauskas.
And we all know about Paul George and his injury while with Team USA. I mean, he has still said that he would consider playing international ball.
Kicks it to Jerebko. Stuckey dishes to George. Inside. Here's Jerebko. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, you know, you look at the Raptors, and they improved in a number of ways last season, but their bench play was one of their bigger improvements. I mean, they had one of the weaker benches in the league in 2000, flipped that around last year.
Toronto calls timeout. Greg, one thing about the Raptors last year, they made the moves they needed to in order to be sure to fix their bench, strengthen their bench. It showed on paper and in person.
Yeah, credit their front office. In 2014, they had a bottom 5 bench in terms of scoring. Last season, they flipped that, became a top 5 bench in terms of that scoring, and even had the 6th man of the year leading the way.
Lou Williams. Brandlich kicks to Henderson. Here's Hasek. Dishes it to Thompson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. He even earned some Clark's 6th man of the year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor. You know, if you're looking to build a small forward and there wasn't a LeBron James template, you might go with PG, Paul George. Height, length, athleticism, that combination off the charts with him. And he's got a nice, unflappable demeanor, too.
Chandler. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the 3rd. A shot by Knight, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
The screen from Thompson. Here's Henderson. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And as we finish the 3rd quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Wizards lead by 1. And we've got more NBA action on. K Sports coming your way after this break. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. Nash is out there with Henderson. Then it's Durant. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Allen in at the power forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
And, you know, under the circumstances, Greg, that's a good foul. You just can't let him have that throwdown.
And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington, played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
Wizards making a switch here. Oubre is checked in.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them. And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
You were talking about Stuckey. He did play well in his first year with the Pacers. Clarkie helped them as a starter and off the bench.
Yeah, really had his most efficient year scoring the ball to date. And more than his scoring and what he brought on the court, his presence in the locker room and professionalism. You talk to the people around the Pacers, he was a breath of fresh air on a team that has a number of fresh air guys.
And he commits the intentional foul. Washington making some changes. Omer Ashe, he's checked in for Adams. Thompson comes in for Lavoy Allen. And Bradley subbed in for Steve Nash. Here's Durant. And the layup's good off the glass.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Raptors leading by 4. Jerebko, the pass tonight. Toronto working the ball around now. And the dunk by Chandler.
Tyson Chandler.
Brandon Knight certainly can pass the orange.
Brandon Knight.
Bradley dishes to Durant. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Toronto calls timeout.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
During that break, Dwayne Casey had some words for his team. He said, "We are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there." We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for the Wizards. Gordon comes in for Oubre.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Embiid the screen. And Thornton kicks to Embiid. And Hill has it in the corner. There's the pick. To the paint. It's stolen by Bradley. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. And that one is hammered home.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And the three ball is good. And now a 3-point Wizards lead.
Well, I'll tell you what, they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy, fast break baskets.
And on a really nice run here. And defensively, you've got to force them to operate in the half court. It allows you to put bodies on bodies.
Gordon goes in. And the basket by Hill. And the Raptors lead by 1. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Raptors?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Embiid with the screen on Bradley. And Thornton kicks to Embiid. Clark, neither team with a big advantage here in the fourth quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
And Clark, that could rise again before we're through.
So for the Wizards, Durant comes in for Gerald Henderson. And Oubre subbed in for Eric Gordon. And George, here we go. Stolen by Durant. Here's Oubre. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It goes on Brandon Knight. The first one falls. Toronto calls timeout. Hill, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Now Bradley. Just 5 on the clock. The drive by Thompson. The shot misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Outside, George.
George having a fantastic game. He has 20 points. He's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
They're ahead, but if they don't get a stop here, that free throw could prove critical.
Back to Durant. Pass to Oubre. Feeds it to Durant. No luck. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Knight kicks to George. .106 left in the fourth quarter. It's Knight with the drive. Here's Hill. Oubre pulls it in.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does.
This is nasty.
The athleticism on that finish.
How's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway. Self-service.
The most magnificent alley-oop you could have chosen.
Yeah, and he pulls that one off, guys, to perfection.
Well, Paul George has been sensational. And just look at what Durant is doing. My goodness.
There's 37 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Outside, George. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Raptors moving the ball around. The Raptors need to get a shot off.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch.
Durant attacking. Yes!
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And the Raptors call time here. They trail by 1. 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's George. Count.
And check out the bounce.
Bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Washington calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
They can grab the win here if they knock down the shot. With under 2 seconds remaining, that's enough time to catch maybe one dribble and then get it up in the air. It's obviously a make-or-break situation.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that will put them up by 2.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this thing.
And so it's Washington who scraped by with the win.